So right now you have two choices. You either keep one of these NoFap streaks like I did for 10 years, go around in circles and not actually live a life of freedom from porn, or you choose not to keep a NoFap streak and you figure a way to actually gain permanent mental freedom by rewiring the addictive neural pathways. Two choices. So the reason why you are here watching this is because you have addictive neural pathways. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. There's nothing ever wrong with me and who I was as a person. But when you look at porn and you get this huge evolutionary reward of an orgasm, and then you connect the porn with that evolutionary reward, the brain rewires due to transcription factors like delta phos B. So right now we're at a deficit. We're losing. Like our brain is addicted. That's where we're at right now. And the reason I've got this little football analogy here is because my team, Sheffield Wednesday, I'm a big fan. We were 4-0 down last year in the playoff semi-final. And a lot of people doubted us. They didn't think we'd come back and win. We were down. We were losing. And so what we had to do is go out in the second leg and attack. We had to go for it. We went all out and we won that game 5-1 and then 5-3 on penalties. So we can come back from this. In terms of the brain and porn, well, we have neuroplasticity. So we can rewire the brain. But where people go wrong with the NoFap streaks and these ups and downs is that they are coming at it from a neutral place. They're thinking they can distract themselves, remove the triggers, and just kind of get on through life doing what they've done in the past. But you got to remember, right now, your brain's addicted. You're 4-0 down. So we've got to come out and we've actually got to attack. We've got to go for it. Because otherwise, a loss is guaranteed. And so for 10 years, having these ups and downs, a loss was guaranteed for me. So what do we not want to do? Well, we don't want to be removing the triggers. We don't want to be scared of the discomfort that comes through withdrawal. And we definitely don't want to be going out distracting ourselves. A lot of people, again, with the NoFap, they're just going and eating unhealthily, playing video games and spending time on social media instead of actually willingly accepting the temporary discomfort of withdrawal. So we don't want to be removing the triggers because, again, you're just basically giving all this power to the addictive part of the mind. You're saying, look, I can't handle cravings. If you're removing triggers, putting blockers in place, how are you actually empowered to deal with your choice, to deal with the urges, the cravings? That's how you actually change the brain. You got to attack. You got to rewire the addictive neural pathways by willingly accepting the temporary discomfort when you have a craving. And that's how you gain permanent mental freedom. So every day you have a choice. Two options: strengthen or weaken those addictive neural pathways. It's quite simple when we really break it down. Most people, again, as I say, they've got the addictive neural pathways already, and they're making a choice to actually strengthen these pathways. They're choosing to remove the triggers, consenting to helplessness, saying, look, I can't handle the urges, I can't handle the cravings. That's not going to change the brain. That's not going to change anything. They're just going to go on one of these NoFap streaks, do a few weeks, a few months, and then go and relapse again when they get triggered. It's not how you gain permanent mental freedom. And this is the amazing thing, that permanent freedom is possible for you. You can win. You can change the brain due to neuroplasticity. You can get to a point where you literally think about porn and you connect that to all the consequences. You know that's caused you shame, lack of confidence, lack of energy, lack of productivity, lack of connection, lack of care for your own life. You can figure out in your brain without even needing to figure it out. You don't need to figure it out. You can just know intrinsically, like deep down, porn relates to all these consequences. And I don't want that for myself anymore. I hold myself in a higher self-esteem and I don't want that. So you can either be a pencil, go on these NoFap streaks, have the temporary freedom, feel a bit of confidence for a few weeks, for a few months, until that gets erased and you go back and relapse. Or you can have permanent mental freedom where you actually change the brain by rewiring the addictive neural pathways, willingly accepting a bit of temporary discomfort from time to time, and actually think through the choice in those moments. So you might be thinking like, well, how do I deal with the urges? What you really want to do is think through it, okay? So one option is I strengthen the addictive neural pathways. The other option is I weaken them. One option is I feel all this shame, the lack of confidence, the lack of energy, and I stay in this addiction forever. Or I actually choose to willingly accept the temporary discomfort and change my neural pathways and feel confident, feel proud of myself, feel free, have that peace of mind, feel connected to people and just proud of who you really are. In those moments that you have the urge, you have that choice, and that choice will never ever be taken away from you. And this permanent freedom is possible for everyone watching this due to neuroplasticity. So let go of the streaks, stop doing them, because they aren't serving anybody. They just result in an inevitable relapse because people aren't actually changing the brain by dealing with the cravings and rewiring those addictive neural pathways. So if you do want to book in a call with me, then I do offer one-on-one sessions at the moment where I can talk through the fundamentals of the Beyond Compulsion method. This is a method that was taught to me by Mary Paulus, who's been working in addiction recovery since 1990. I would love to share this method with you as well, as it was the only thing that actually helped me gain permanent mental freedom from porn addiction. You can book in a call with me. A link is in the description. Thanks so much for watching this. Permanent mental freedom is possible, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.